Hello, welcome to something a bit different. So I've been looking at Blood Bowl 3 through the beta process, and with the latest one, a few days old, I thought we'd have a look at how it is going. And overall, it's looking alright. It sort of feels realistic now that it might be out this year. Is kind of where I'm seeing at the moment, and it's. I know the previous two have not had that at all. So we are up to now 6 teams who are playable. Chaos Renegades and Old World Alliance were added for this one. They're both quite fun, so I've been having a look at those. But the whole creating a team process is quite good. I'll just show you what that looks like. And this has been quite good all the way through, except it was very weirdly slow and laggy the whole time, and it's now much improved by that. It appears like you're going to have these templates to choose from. There's just this balance one at the moment. I don't really know what that looks like because I like creating my team anyway. That's part of what I'm going to show. But you come into this screen, and I think this is actually a big improvement on Blood Bowl 2, where you bought players individually and did all that sort of stuff. Now you can just kind of say, well, I know the build I want. I want 2 blitzers, and I want 2 catchers, and I want a thrower, and then you've got a count up here of how many players you got. I want to go up to 11 on linemen. And with another new team, you definitely used to be able to get 3 rerolls with this build. Can you still do that? You can't quite. So I might drop it. Yeah, I don't know. I like 3 reroll builds, so we'll go with that. Okay, and then it's 975. Dedicated fans is quite new. If you're not familiar with new tabletop rules, that can earn you more money. It means more people are gonna turn up to your games, and that could be quite useful. Assistant coaches and cheerleaders are pretty much as useless as they've always been. Cheerleaders affect a different kickoff role now. You have a new prayers to nuffle table, which has some random in-game effects, which are not amazing, but they do that instead of rerolls. Assistant coaches now just give you the extra rerolls. So that's my team. You get it all in there. You can see a summary of it, which is all quite nice, and then you put the team together. I think a lot quicker than you did in Blood Bowl 2, which is probably nicer. This customization page has always been quite good, right from the beginning of the beta. You get all these elements to choose from. A lot of these are very similar or familiar to what we had in Blood Bowl 2, but being able to see them all laid out like this, I think, is better than scrolling through them one at a time. I think that's a definite improvement. Let's go for this. You get your patterns, so you get all sorts of things to choose from. And then these colours are quite interesting. If you play tabletop, you may recognise these names. This is the Citadel paint range, so you can match it exactly to your tabletop team, or even something like come up with a new colour scheme and then paint your tabletop team to match your Blood Bowl 3 team. It could work that way as well. I think this is the sort of thing I like for elves. With a bit of black trim over there, so that's that thing. Okay, yeah, so that's all there. What else do you have in customization? Cheerleaders, there's only like one option of most of these so far at the moment. There are a few different stadiums in. Some of them are visually not very nice, so like the grey ones are, the Imperial Nobility one especially, the visibility is not that good on it. I've heard bad things about the Nurgle one. The Dark Elf pitch actually looks quite nice, and is visible, but there are random in-game effects with some of these pitches, which I haven't fully investigated yet. But the human pitch, I think, has the best visibility, so I'm going to go for that, because visibility is something that's been much lamented. This is quite nice. This is so you can save formations in the game. You've been able to do that in Blood Bowl 2 for a while. You can also set them up ahead of time, and create them here and then scroll through them once you get into the game. You can also customize players here, so you can go in and edit names afterwards somewhere. I haven't tried it in this. Oh, there you go, customization. That was it. So you can change loads of stuff. I imagine going to get loads of options through all these, and you can make very fine detailed changes. A lot of these aren't letting me click on. You get these tutorial tips come up. But yeah, you're going to get lots of fine tuning for things like that. But you can go in and edit names afterwards, which is quite nice. In Blood Bowl 2, you had to do that right at the beginning or not at all. Yeah, it's nice to have that option in there. But just going and look at a match quickly. I'm just going to play this, yeah, because I'm not playing a proper game. So see that Elven Union team. Let's put them against Chaos Renegades. Chaos Renegades are quite fun. That's the Chaos team where you can get up to 3 big guys in one go. Because, like, as I pointed out, I like 3 reroll builds. I haven't done that. I think I started with an Ogre and a Minotaur in it. But you get... oh, it's the sound. Set it up a little bit. Can skip through with the space bar. I was watching a stream yesterday where the person playing wasn't aware of that before, but yeah, you can skip through cutscenes with the space bar rather than it used to be escape. Escape just brings up the menu now. Inducements package are there. Should maybe have looked at those, but I didn't have any to spend. There we go. This sort of thing. I think these icons are still a bit too small. I think they could definitely be bigger. And then some of these things, so like the icons for skills and stuff, obviously these are all new, but it's going to take some getting used to. And I saw and I tried to load in the Blood Bowl 2 icons actually for this, but I haven't managed to get that working yet. Yeah, so there are still some improvements to go, but this is looking and just working a whole lot better than it was in any of the previous betas we've had. Let's go. So Chaos Renegades against me. The AI is still pretty terrible with strategic decisions, like what's the Ogre doing back there. It's probably just part of some sort of default setup. So brilliant coaching. So this is the one where your highest roll gets a reroll. You can't see what happens with those until is that a touchback? That should have been a touchback, but I mean it's good for me that that's there. And that was at a double skulls. So this all still moves very quickly. You can't really keep up with what's going on. But right, so we had, yeah, that should have been a touchback. That's what distracted me. But then we had so pass on Shadow Fury. Roll double skulls, failed loader. Okay, that's what we got. So it was a double skulls with a lead off it from the Minotaur. And got stunned. Okay, that's what we're up to. So you can get rid of that. These things down here are for different display options. So G brings up, toggles the grid on or off. Y is for all the skill display icons, which as I said are going to take some getting used to, the new ones. I think that will be fine. It's just getting used to them. T toggles tackle zones on for either just your team or none, or just the opponent's team. When you select them, just a menu option to have them just be on all the time, which I think it's better when you select player. I think the way it was by default on Blood Bowl 2, when you click on a player, you get the opponent's tackle zone of the player you click on. I think is much better and much more useful. It would be nice to have that instead. We're going to go blitz that Skaven lineman. Using our blitzer. I quite like the pressing the space bar to confirm actions, because I think it means I'm going to make less mistakes, because I always have a bit of a habit of double clicking. So we hit that Skaven lineman, we don't hurt it. We've got a catch over here, thrower I can't reach, but let's get the thrower over there, because we may probably not chuck the ball to, we may hand off the ball to that thrower. Drop that line over there. Yeah, the game's kind of moving this way. We're going to probably try and dodge away that line of scrimmage. So you notice there's a very nice obvious thing when you're running out of time for the turn. It's set at 2-minute turns by default, and the timer keeps running during animations. But you also have this 7.5 minutes of banked time to go through, which I think lasts for... Actually, we don't need to dodge all them away because we can take some blocks. Yeah, I think that is for the whole game. I've not. It's been quite a while since I played more than half of this. Just to see how it's going. Let's push that orc away. We'll stay there. And then we'll block that lineman. Down he goes. I'll stay there. I do quite like the things on here. One of the things I did mean to point out, I think the visibility on the block dice is really low, and I think it could do with probably them just being bigger. So failed that pick up. We use a team reroll. Got it. Hand off task thrower. Oh no, that's an annoying thing. Yeah, you have to declare handoff as your action before you start your action. So that catches now stuck with the ball, which I think is strictly how the tabletop rules work. Although most people don't actually play it that way. That's a foul dodge. But yeah, it's a bit annoying on here. It's a bit hard to kind of get to grips with that. That's how how it's working. I think we surf this guy. So pop you in there. Block. That's how. Okay, I have to take a bow. Surfing next turn maybe. Right, Ogre is still way deep there. Where's our catcher? So our catcher. So yeah, to hand off, you have to declare that, and then you can start moving around. Okay, he's caught it. Let's get him down safe. No hurry to score. Right, let's go blitz that orc. But yeah, overall, it's looking a lot better than it was. Is the main point. We'll stay there. Ooh, got stun. Yeah, I think a lot of the things like I said, the icons, you can kind of see as the block dice are coming up that they're kind of small. They're kind of hard to read. I had really low graphic settings on originally, and it was impossible to read them. It's still quite tricky, and I think I kind of have to hover over to try and make sure I'm getting the right result, picking the right result, because it's not always that easy to tell. Actually, what we should be doing is fouling the Minotaur. I was going to foul that orc lineman, but the Minotaur's a much juicier target, so let's do that. Nah, I did nothing. Oh no, we got a stun. There we go. Anyway, that's a quick look at how Blood Bowl 3 is looking. Some of the stuff like on the menus and stuff like that was always quite good. It just wasn't running very well. But yeah, I love the colour options, all the options you get. I think the team building's much better than Blood Bowl 2. It's those two things are sort of big improvements. Still a bit to think about and improve. But like I said at the beginning, I think with the idea that it's supposed to be released sometime in 2022, that now feels realistic rather than please don't release it, it's not ready. So yeah, I think we're getting there.